Xenotilt, hostile pinball action, and it's coming from a futuristic cyber reality, and it's pretty much a pinball fantasy for people that enjoy cyborgs and sort of cyborg sci-fi stuff. It's a throwback pinball game with like fancy particle effects, retro sort of Amiga graphics, and fast-paced action. There's have gorgeous sprites, deep pinball mechanics with like 3-tiered playing fields, which you don't see as often anymore. So it's kind of got like a retro throwback Sega Genesis soundtrack to it. You can upgrade your weapons, defense systems with 9 unique perks. I didn't really see so much in the gameplay I had, but it sort of felt like, you know, from what I saw, it was like machine guns, sort of like the usual explosions. So it's a very well made throwback to pinballs from like the 70s and 80s prime, I feel, but with like a Amiga aesthetic, as I said. So it feels mostly authentic. Only way for it to feel even better is if it actually came as a physical pinball machine. Now the game is complete with boss fights. I didn't really get that far to see the boss fights, but apparently they look pretty interesting. The con of this game, and it's really hard to, everyone's got like a preferred pinball style, and you know, do you go fully retro and just keep it like a machine, or do you keep it like over the top unrealistic pinball? And this sort of, I feel like this is sort of like a bit more over the top, a bit wilder, but there's just one board, unfortunately. I just feel like it doesn't go too outlandish, at least from what I played. It didn't scream like super excitement to me compared to some other pinball games I played. The visuals are nice. I just find it lacks available content right now. Maybe there'll be DLC one day, who knows. So the ball flies around the pinball board. It's a really busy board, and the game is clearly not intended for amateurs. So not a good intro pinball game for people. It's really a pinball game, I feel like, for the hardcore. The guys who feel like they can invest hours into this, they're gonna love it. It's not really for folks such as myself, where we can play for 15 minutes and then I feel like playing something else. It's good, but it didn't rev up my engine, I'd say. It goes for $19.49. I think I got it for 8 to 10 as a price point, which I feel like I got like $5 of value out of this, because the game sort of, for me, I feel like this game lacks the initial intensity that pinball games should have, and that's unfortunate because it really was marketed as like, hey, this cool like futuristic pinball game, and then when I got into it, it didn't have that zing to it for me. Apparently some people love this, they poured tons of hours into it. I found like, compared to some other pinball games I played either in person or otherwise, it's lacking that excitement factor, and I just didn't have that initial intensity. I feel like the price, $10 is fair. Ultimately, like, it's a cool idea. I just feel like it didn't have the excitement for me. I would give it, you know, for me, I would give it maybe a 7, 6.5. It wasn't exciting. Apparently some people really like it, so maybe if this is your thing, maybe you'll think this is an 8. But this didn't get me from the beginning, and it's really hard to make a really good pinball game. One thing I've discovered over the years playing games off of Steam is a good pinball game is really hard to find, and I feel like for some people this was really amazing. For me, I felt like this was average, if not, you know, little smidgen better than average, so it didn't tilt my pinballs. So keep on gaming and maybe watch the gameplay and then see if it's worth it for you. I just didn't find it super exciting, unfortunately. I was really hoping it would be exciting, but it didn't do it for me. It didn't tilt my Xenos. Alright, keep on gaming.